Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the month of May 2018. We are now in the month of May. We're finally going to get a lot of heat and no more cold weather. And this month is Ensemble Movie Month, meaning every movie I review is going to have a huge cast. It can't have less than four people in the cast. It has to have at least more than four people. And this does, and this is the original film in this Quint trilogy. We're going to have a sixth film coming out this year, and I might as well review this now. So, when July comes, I can review that one. And that is the original Mission Impossible. Yes, the 1996 film. Now, I saw this a long time ago. I bought it on Blu-ray back in 2013 because I didn't see it. I saw some of it on VHS when I was a kid, but never finished it. But I did, and this is Brian De Palma's take on the franchise. Now, I never saw the TV show until like recently. I saw like the first couple of episodes of the pilot, and it has the music from the show, which is great. I mean, is it a direct adaptation? Depends on your point of view, but as a film, it's awesome. It's almost 2 hours long. It's an hour and 50 minutes because it's the first one, and it still looks good. It's a film that still holds up. Now, let me read the back quick. This is on the Blu-ray because I don't have the DVD. Tom Cruise ignites the screen in this runaway smash hit that holds you on the edge of your seat before blasting you out of it. Howard Rosenberg, Los Angeles Times. Cruise stars as Ethan Hunt. Everybody knows who Ethan Hunt is. He's a super spy that works for the IMF that has to go on these crazy missions if he chooses to accept them. A secret agent framed for the deaths of his espionage team. Basically, the team that's in the beginning of the film. Fleeing from government assassins breaking into the CIA's most impenetrable vault. Yeah, that's the scene here where he's on a wire. Everybody's seen that scene that's seen this movie. Clinging to the roof of the speeding bullet train, Hunt races like a burning fuse to stay one step ahead of his pursuers and draw one step closer to discovering the shocking truth. And this movie has a massive cast. So you have Tom Cruise, Jean Reno, Emmanuelle Biert. Yeah, she's French. She's a French actress. She's really cute. Henry Czerny, Ving Rhames, Vanessa Redgrave, and Kristen Scott Thomas. Now, those two I have a problem with. I'll get to that. It also has John Voight's in the film as well. He's in the film. I think he's one of the IMF members. And yeah, also in the beginning of the film, you have a small part by Emilio Estevez. He's one of the team members that dies in the beginning. Spoiler. And yeah, your mission, should you decide to accept it, hang on for the wildest ride of the year. Yeah, this is an awesome movie. For the most of the films, I think the sequels are way better, especially 4 and 5, because you got a lot more action and crazy stunts, and all of these movies are unrealistic. If you're looking for a realism in a Mission Impossible movie, no, you're not going to get it here. This is a balls to the wall. Well, not balls to the wall. There's like 3 or 4 action scenes in the movie. It's more of a thriller. This one, a spy thriller than an action movie, because there's Brian De Palma normally does a lot of like set pieces, but he also does a lot of talking and conversational scenes, which is fine with me. Here, this was 96. Nowadays, having a movie with an hour of no action is a problem. But back then, it was acceptable because it was a different time. Now, the problems I have, yeah, I think Kristen Scott Thomas, she should have been cut out of the movie. She serves no purpose. She's not hot, and she's a Brit. So is Vanessa Redgrave. I don't even remember who she played in the film. She's so forgettable. Cut him out. Now, Jean Reno as the villain is awesome. He was the French guy in Godzilla, and he was in The Professional. I think he's a great actor. He has a great accent. He can carry a film on his own. And him and Cruise have good on-screen chemistry. I think he'll be better than Henry Cavill in the new movie. I guarantee it. But yeah, the film has the action sequences are amazing. The scene on the bullet train where Cruise, blows up and he jumps onto it. It looks awesome to this day, even back in 1996. The helicopter scene, the scene in the beginning, when they're climbing up, and of course when you first hear that music, dun, 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 dun. And the thing is that the film for 1996, this is 22 years ago. Danny Elfman's score is really good. It really gets you invested. He's done a lot of great scores for the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, and I think he did Justice League and He also did the first two Tim Burton Batman movies. He's a really good composer. He's like a younger John Williams. The film has a good production, and this is before JJ got his hands on this franchise after part two. And, well, he directed the third one. That's a good movie. And he's produced four and five. My thing is that I have a bias against him because of what he did to this. Him and those dumbass producers at Disney and Lucasfilm. But anyway, that's not about them. I've already talked enough about them. They don't deserve any more attention this year. But yeah, if you haven't seen the original Mission Impossible from 1996, I would recommend the Blu-ray. The picture quality and the sound looks great. It really envelops you. You see every detail in the film. The only woman I like in this movie is Emmanuel Biert or Bierte. I don't know how to say her last name. It's hard to say. She's an actress we don't see much. She's got a nice face. At least her face is agreeable, and she has big curly lips and nice hair, and it's good to see a woman in a movie that's not censored. The worst actress in this franchise is not even Kristen Scott Thomas. It's Tandy Newton in the second one. I can't stand her. She's gonna suck in Brolo this year. She's gonna suck ass. Oh, she has an afro. You're British. You're not black. You're not African American or Canadian or Caribbean. So fuck you, Tandy Newton. I hate you. I can't stand you on screen. But in this movie, this has a good cast. Good ensemble cast, good director behind the camera, good writers. Yeah, Cruise actually produced this movie, and this is when he was in his prime, so he has a very fresh face. The writers, David Coep and Robert Town, they know how to write good characters that are memorable, that have substance, that are not freaking cliches and Mary Sue's and Gary Stu's. No, De Palma doesn't make films like that. See his library of films. I think he directed the original Carrie. He knows what he's doing. He can even direct a female lead and not make it about feminism, because that's the kind of director he is. And I like the way his films look. They have a grand scale. There's CGI, but it's early, like mid-90s CGI, so it's not so bad that it takes me out of the experience. And I love the shots that he gets of all the locations, and they put blood in this movie. It starts with blood. It doesn't show, it doesn't hold back. For a PG-13, they got away with a lot. And like I said, the film still holds up. If you haven't seen Mission Impossible 1, millennials, watch this. And like I said, I recommend the Blu-ray, or even the widescreen DVD, or stream it online in HD, because it's worth it. And for the first time, I actually rented this movie first, and then I bought it, because back when Blockbuster used to be around, I used to rent everything that I could, and this is one of them. And if you want to see a big budget movie, version of the TV show, there you go. And I would recommend the sequels post the second one, because the second one is awful. Like, I can't see that movie a second time or a third time. And 3, 4, and 5 are really good. So they definitely amp up the action and add more characters that I like in 3, 4, and 5. So, and I'm looking forward to Fallout this summer, because I have my reservations with some of the casting in the, but I know that Cruise is going to deliver. It can't be any worse than The Mummy. That was one of his worst. It was not needed. This franchise is a reason why he's never been replaced, and it's because Cruise delivers all the time. Despite his personal issues, I like him as an actor. That's what I watch an actor for their performance, to see what they can give me as a performer. If you can't give me anything, then you get nothing from me. Hintity, hint, hint. Yeah. But Mission Impossible is good. This is a good movie. Watch it. It's definitely worth your time. It's aged very well, like a fine wine. It doesn't look dated. I'm sick of no Hollywood. I don't want to see this rebooted. After Fallout, if you do a 7th film, end it at that. Do not reboot this franchise. You don't need to. You're not going to do better than the TV show or the Tom Cruise movies. You're just not. So, thanks for watching. Take care, guys, and I'll continue to review more Ensemble Cast movies for you guys. And stay tuned. Later.